The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Today, the Patriots head on the road, seeking their third straight win after a two-game homestand, in which they outscored their opponents 79-12. Everything seems to be clicking on the offensive side of the ball for the Patriots right now, and they'll look to keep it rolling here in Week 6. They'll take a trip out to meet the 3-2 Passaic Valley Hornets, who are coming off a 28-0 win against Fairlawn. In last year's contest, the Hornets were no match for the high-powered Wayne Hills offense, as the Patriots came away with a 42-15 rout in front of their home fans. The Patriots look to improve to 4-2 this week and go into longtime rival Ramapo's house next week flying high. They'll have to get a win Saturday afternoon in Little Falls to do so. Hills, Passaic Valley, next. Hello and welcome to Passaic Valley Regional High School, where today we have a matchup between the Passaic Valley Hornets and our Wayne Hills Patriots. We definitely have a great matchup today. What do you have to say about it, Isaiah?
Yeah, it's an important game because next week Ramapo, and they're undefeated, so that's a big game here. So this game, they need to win this game to keep their playoffs hopes alive. I'm expecting a great game from this team last week. They played very well against West Milford, and hopefully we see a good game this week.
And next week we go into both of these teams looking to go 4-2 next week. Both teams facing off against Franklin Lakes teams, with Passaic Valley going off against Indian Hills, and Wayne Hills facing huge rival Ramapo. Ramapo, as you said, Isaiah, are undefeated this year. Definitely going to be a tough game next week. What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, last week we came a bit short. It was 38 to 22, I believe. And this year it's a whole new roster. A few juniors coming back, so maybe they can help the newcomers with facing off this Ramapo team, and with the new starting quarterback, he's got to get ready for this game. This is a big matchup, one of Hill's biggest rivalries, and with the loss of Michael Joyce, he played last year against them, so it's like a big loss there. So hopefully this team can adjust and play well next week against Ramapo.
And he happened to suffer a knee injury before the beginning of the season. Played in the first game, ran about maybe 2 or 3 plays, and after his knee injury, it just blew his knee out, and he was taken down for the season. Hopefully we look to have him back for next week, as this rivalry has been going on for decades and decades, and Hills hopefully looks to come out with a win this week. Now, last year against this Passaic Valley team, we took a win 27-12. This year, the team's looking a little bit different, of course. We have some new players. Mike Casasanta, our new starting quarterback this year, 216 rushing yards, 400-something passing yards. Just an incredible player so far. Isaiah, what would you have to say about him?
He's beginning of the year, he kind of was a little off. But he's done better last week. 2 rushing touchdowns, I believe, 1 passing. He's, even though there's a lot of interceptions, he's cleaned it up a bit more. Hopefully this game, he can show a game without throwing an interception. I really believe in this kid. He goes at it all the time. He doesn't give up. You've seen it in countless of games. And I say good luck to Mike Casasanta today.
Has thrown 6 touchdown passes so far this season, but 7 interceptions. Definitely has to get that number a lot lower. Had a fumble last week as well, handing it off to Chris Bertovsky, but was able to recover it for himself and run it in for a touchdown. Also, a very heavy rushing quarterback as well. Leading rusher on this team, with Chris Bertovsky with 41 rushing yards, and Noah Abita with 116 rushing yards so far this season. Let's look at the receiving side. Incredible amount of passing yards, 416 passing yards to Steve Masson with 216 receiving yards, and Christian Pontalolo with 195 passing yards. Definitely look to see this receiving game come up. But some key players on defense. Who would you like to see on this defense so far?
Well, last week the linebacker crew went all out. Dan Gerard, Noah Abita, they played very well. Got a lot of tackles last week. And the defensive front of this Wayne Hills defense, it's the same, They always, rush the quarterback. They play very well. They didn't let a lot of yards last week. So I said good job to them, with Nick Lucarello in the front, Jack Woodard, and many other players. And, a lot of captains in that front as well. So I'm expecting a big game from them as well.
Well, Aaron Hook actually had a chance to interview Wayne Hill's defensive player, Nick Lucarello. He unfortunately could not make it to this game, but Aaron, let's throw it to you in your interview.
Happy to be joined here on set by Wayne Hill's offensive and defensive lineman, Nick Lucarello. Nick, let's get started, and let's start off with defense. You guys have been an absolutely dominant unit this season, allowing under 10 points a game, and you guys have culminated really well as a unit. What do you guys think, or what do you think has made you guys such a dominant defensive unit?
That we just keep our heads high, like the plays that well, let's just say Ponce gets beaten a deep ball, we're all like heads up, and then we get a drive stop, lead them to a punt, or not even like as you said, 9 point what? How many points?
9.6 points a game.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, we just keep our heads high and just keep the drives going, drive stops, and keep counting them up.
Mm-hmm. And now shifting to the offensive side of the ball, where you yourself play, probably the most important position outside of the quarterback at left tackle, and you guys are outscoring your opponents 79-12 over the last 2 games. Just ridiculous numbers. And after being outscored by 15 points in your first 3 weeks, you guys have really rebounded well. What do you think has led to that shift in offensive production?
Well, it starts off with practice, coming to practice hard, working hard, and we demand success here at this program. Obviously, you see over the years how many 11 state championships, going for our 12th this year, and yeah, just keep them coming.
And now looking ahead to PV, you guys got them 1 o'clock game this Saturday afternoon. You guys beat them up last year, 42-15. Is the preparation in the locker room any different, knowing that, 1, you guys kind of beat up on them last year, and 2, you guys know that Ramapo is looming the week after that?
Well, you always got to expect the best out of every single team you play, no matter if it's Fairlawn, West Milford, or Teaneck, whoever it may be. You always got to expect the best out of them.
And then just one last question, speaking about the Ramapo game, it's such a historic rivalry, such a storied rivalry between these 2 schools. This week, are any thoughts creeping into your head about that Ramapo game at all, or are you, just locked in on PV?
We're locked in on PV. You got to take one game at a time, and they're just an obstacle in our way. So we just got to get them out of our way to reach a state championship.
Right, thank you for your time. Well, that's a wrap for the pregame. Don't go anywhere, as kickoff is just moments away.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hill student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And we are back to the field. National anthem was played, and this game is just about underway. Back here to Passaic Valley High School, I am Luca Yanuzzi with Isaiah Ahumada. So, both teams doing pretty great so far this season, both at 3-2. Who are some key players that you'd like to mention so far for this Wayne Hills team?
Well, I'm going to go back to the linebacker crew from last week. They played very well, helped the Wayne Hills team win. So I'm going to go back to that crew right there. They played very well last week, and I'm just expecting them to go off as well today.
I have to say, last week, Chris Brutovsky played an incredible game. Noah Abita took a break from the running game, played a great defensive game, though. But Chris Brutovsky came in, and he showed off what he's really got. Starting JV running back, showing off on this varsity team, pulling off 141 yards last game. Just an incredible performance by him, an incredible performance by this entire offensive core, really, the offensive line, who does not get mentioned enough. Jack Woodard, Stanley Osbach, Nick Lucarello, Gabe Kuhn, just an incredible offensive line. The offensive core, as well as the defensive core, have just been showing up constantly throughout this game. And now the captains come onto the field. As they wait for the coin toss.
I agree, Luca, what you said. This team has really come as far from that first game. With a new team, you gotta find out who fits what, who goes to what role, and they've been switching a lot, especially with the running back position. Jen Gerard, Noah Bita, Christopher Brutovsky. They've been trying to find out who fits where, and Noah Bita showed last week that he can fit into the defense as well, and Brutovsky can just run it with his power. So I'm saying good job by his Wayne Hills coaching staff finding what players fit what role.
Now, all of these running backs that have come in for this Wayne Hills team so far across the course of the season, even people that came in on senior night, like Chad Senti even came in for a little while, Michael Petroselli, all of them put up such incredible performances. And it appears that Passaic Valley will be receiving as Jordan Thiel comes to the field for Wayne Hills to kick it off. And the refs blow the whistle. Thiel is ready. Puts it up, and this game is underway. Show kickoff on the ground. Makes it to about the 25-yard line. Let's talk about Wayne Hills on special teams so far. And having some pretty great runs back there from Dean Imparato. Christian Pontalillo even took a run from out there last week, making some really great yardage from after receiving those kicks. Jordan Thiel as well, putting out some great kicks. Took his first field goal attempt last week, sunk it right through the upright. Such an incredible kicker. Has only missed one extra point so far, and it was last week against West Milford. And Vasta takes the ball, trying to run it through for himself. Gains about maybe 3-4 yards.
Once again, that defensive front playing very well. They constantly are consistent, not allowing big plays to happen from the backfield.
Nick Vasta, a junior quarterback, just happening to get used to this his first year starting. But he's gone pretty good for him so far. He's got this Passaic Valley team to about 3-2. Motion in the backfield. Takes the handoff. And is brought down for no gain. Jake Grosjean and Daniel Gerard on the tackle.
Once again, one part of that linebacker crew. My key players for tonight, for today.
Daniel Gerard just showing up on all points, showing up on offense and killing it on defense like usual.
And someone from the Wayne Hills team hyped up right now, screaming, "Let's go." It is third down. And
offensive line looking a bit sloppy. Have to get moved around a little. Off the play, looking to pass. And the pass is complete. And Christian Pontalillo and Dan Gerard rip him down.
this team, Passaic Valley, looking for the pass play because the running game wasn't working so well. And they got the first down.
This team keeps it very split, keeps it very close to 50-50. Probably the most even split pass and running range that we've seen so far this season. Fairlawn, as we saw, really a main, just only running team. West Milford doing a lot of running as well. Altapan, though, an incredible matchup, sticking a lot with the passing game. Had some great run plays, but they're mainly a passing team. Passaic Valley is very middle ground and keeps putting out both things on there because they're a very strong team overall. And a timeout is called by, I believe, Passaic Valley.
And Hills getting back onto the field. As Passaic Valley is still discussing what their next game plan is.
And whistles are blown as Passaic Valley finally gets back to the field. Quarterback right under center. Hands it off, and he still breaks through. That's number 20, Brandon Timothy. Timothy, a core linebacker on this team, and also does a bit of receiving as well.
Imperato is down. Not sure what happened. He came off and just fell to the ground. It could be from this heat, not sure. Or, I don't know.
And it was looking like a rainy day. Like we weren't even going to broadcast, but weather was looking good. And all of a sudden it really heated up, but might just be some cramping as he was standing up fine. But as he got up, he just went right back down. He comes off the field under his own accords. Just giving him a little break. And now Joe Brunetti comes on to replace him. Hands it off to Coletti. Coletti fumbles the ball and is recovered by Nick Lucarello. He's still going. And he's finally taken down at around the 15-yard line. Nick Lucarello. What a great run.
Just a mistake by the Passaic Valley offense and the quarterback dropping the ball and Nicorello capitalizing on that play. Good job on his defense.
Vincent Coletti just not able to corral it in. As we saw last week against West Milford, Hills had an error of pretty much more of the same. As Mike Castaneda tried to hand it off to Bertovsky. There was just a miscalculation somewhere in the handoff. Chris Bertovsky was running as if he still had the ball, but he'd lost it. Mike Castaneda, heads up, 100% focus and awareness, was able to pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. As he takes the snap and hands it off to Bertovsky, who is ripped down for maybe a 1-yard gain.
And I'm pretty sure, I believe that's Nicorello's second fumble recovery for the season.
He had a recovery, I believe, against Old Tapan. Or no, was it Fair? It was Fairlawn, my mistake. And I don't think he ran it that far, but this time he gets a great run and brings Hills to about the 15-yard line. Jake Grosjean comes in with Hills playing a rare tight end setup that you don't really see very much. Grosjean playing tight end and fullback. Whistles are blown. Ball snapped. Handoff to Bertovsky in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, and the pass to Maston is incomplete in the end zone.
Mike just threw a little too high, but, you know, Maston just unable to catch the ball. But it was a good effort by this offense. Very close to a touchdown play.
Castaneda looking to run, makes a pass outside to Jake Grosjean, who drops it and is another incomplete pass.
And it's third down, so this team looking to complete another completion.
Now I see Noah Abita coming in.
3rd and 15, I'm guessing a passing play for this offense. Two straight passing plays. Probably trying to get Mike Hudson comfortable throwing the ball.
We see Abita out wide as well. 5 people out wide. And also Dean Imperato back into the game. And trying to get Passaic Valley to jump. Got West Milford to fall for that a few times last week. But Passaic Valley, they know what Hills is up to. Looking to pass. Take the run for himself. Still looking to throw. Makes a short throw, which is blocked. It's number 52, Matthew O'Neill on the block there. Or no, number 62, Danny Hasbani.
This offense wants to get a touchdown early as they keep the offense on the field and keep the punt team on the sideline. I mean the kicking team on the sideline. 4 and 15, probably another passing play, most likely.
I'll beat it out wide again with Brunetti, Pontalillo, Maston. And the pass is complete to Maston, who still takes the run. And he might have passed the first down marker.
And not sure yet.
No, he was not. He's not able to make it by. So close, but now Passaic Valley on about their own 5-yard line.
Back in their end zone. This team can do what they do, which is get the quarterback. That can probably cost a safety for Passaic Valley. And this Wayne Hills a lot of trust in their defense to go for it on 4th down.
Hit it off, still trying to break through, but it's taken down by a barrage of Patriots.
And just
Bring
nowhere to go.
Timothy.
It's a brick wall in front of them. And Steve Maston limping off the field. I'm not sure what happened there.
We see Pontalillo coming in on defense.
Maston didn't sit down, still limping on his way to the bench.
Again, maybe like Imperato, maybe just cramping up a little. Needs to take a seat for a few plays. And this defensive line breaks through. Nick Lucarello tries to get through, but they do make the pass, and it is way wide and out of bounds.
Nick Lucarello causing pressure up in front of their faces, but stopped there, hesitated a bit. Should have went for the, possibly could have got another sack there.
Could have led to another sack, but at least he got the quarterback to jump, made a rush throw, and it was way out wide, and I think it even went onto the track. Offense setting up to the left side, to the right side. Basso with 2 on his left, 1 on his right, and the pass is intercepted. Christian Pontalillo, and now they're going to call it incomplete. Oh no! Oh man!
Not sure what happened. The fans are very angry that this play was called dead. That could have been Hill's second turnover in just a few minutes of the game.
That's disappointing. I'm always getting so hyped for those plays that got called back. That was such an incredible play. A bobble there, ripped out of his hands. I don't even think he had a complete grasp on it. It was an incomplete pass, bobbled up by Brunetti. I thought Brunetti had it. Brunetti bobbled it, and it ended up in the hands of Christian Pontalillo. And it does count. It does not count for a touchdown, but it's still Hill's ball.
Well, that was weird by the refs. Not sure what they were thinking or what they saw. Maybe a mistake.
Again, like the call on the Brunetti pick last week was a pretty strange call. Had the pick, they called it back, but then a penalty or something else led it to being Hill's ball again. It was very weird.
Yeah, last week, penalties, a lot of penalties called last week. And even though it didn't have much effect, it's still something they have to clean up.
And Mike Santa looking to run for himself. Still going through, breaks to the sideline, and comes out of bounds. Speaking of penalties, flags come flying from the right side of the field. And they call it back now. No gain. Lost a few yards for Hills off that penalty there.
Jeez.
Off that Brunetti pick last week, Nevertheless, when we got that ball back, we drove it into the end zone. After that strange call, hopefully we can do much of the same on this drive.
Not sure what the penalty call was on that.
Casanta hands it off to Bertovsky, who nearly breaks through, but is tripped up by number 65, Kevin Douglas.
And I believe a gain of 2 yards. No, a gain of 11 yards. Good run by Bertovsky. As before, it was 1st and 15. Now 2nd and 4.
Motion from Imparato, handoff is taken. Fakes the handoff to Bertovsky. Casasanta takes it for himself and gets about a gain of 2 or 3. Now some swap outs.
I'm sorry. Before it was 2nd and 9, not 2nd and 4th. Now it's 3rd and 5th.
And we see Anthony Gale coming in, 3 out wide on the right. 1 out on the left. Pontalillo, Gale, Imparato, and Brunetti. Maston still down. Looking to pass. That's Pontalillo, and it's just barely over his head.
Overthrew a little bit. Mike Casasanta get more comfortable and get the ball into his wide receiver's hands, because that could have been a touchdown play. And it looks like and the field goal team is coming out.
Field goal team coming on. Pontalillo to hold, field to kick, looking to get a second field goal of the season on his 2nd attempt. And the kick is up. And it sails right through. It is good. Hill's not able to get a touchdown out of this drive, but able to put 3 points up on the board, and 3 is better than 0.
Good start to this defense. Fumble recorded by Nick Lucarello, and then another interception by Christian Pontalillo. This defense is always showing out, and they proved it in these beginning minutes of this game. Six minutes and 44 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Wayne Hills Patriots are up 3-0. I'd just like to say that just a good show up, the turnout for this Wayne Hills cheer team. A lot of parents I see. The band is up in tune. Cheerleaders are cheering for their team. Just a good showing out today.
The student section might not be as heavy, but we got a lot of parents and some of the little kids to come out to this game. Field set to kick off. Another low kick, a bit higher than before. Picked up from right off the ground. Taking a big run out to the left side and is taken down. That's number 9, Vincent Coletti.
It's a good cleanup by the special team. We're going to go back to it many times. The infamous play against Wayne Valley where they let up a 60-yard return. And since then, not that much, nothing close to that has been even gained by any team they faced off. So it's a good job by the special team cleaning up. Something that special coaches did to adjust. So good job.
They're doing a great job on special teams. Besides that one gain from Tested in the Valley game, I don't think we've really seen anything else too massive. And immediately right after he's handed off for the run, he's taken down.
Once again, Passaic Valley testing this run defense and can't gain that much yardage. It's like running into a brick wall.
We just see them three standing side by side. You see Nick Lucarello, Gabe Kuhn, and Stanley Osbach just standing there looking like a wall that just can't be broken through. And Passaic Valley got Wayne Hills to jump. Flags come flying.
Let's go, D!
Anthony Gale still on for Wayne Hills right now. But Steve Masson on the sideline has gotten up, started walking around, stretching a little, hopefully looking to get in when Hills gets this ball back. Handed off to Coletti. Coletti digging out to the right side and is taken down by Christian Pontalillo and Daniel Gerard.
And that moves the chains. Once again, Dan Gerard, a part of the linebacker crew, playing very well these last 2 weeks. Went from running back to linebacker. Great run effort by Dan Gerard.
Played a few games of corner last year. Those playoff blowouts we had against Morris Hills and Morris Knowles last season. Came in a few times. We brought in some of our secondary and third players. And he showed off his stuff pretty well then as well. Handed off Coletti again. Gets through Abita's tackle and is finally taken down. Great spin move there. Gets him an extra yard or two. And closer to the first down. Now 3rd down and 6. Now 2nd down and 6. .435 left on the clock. And Vasta takes the handoff for himself and is pushed right out of bounds.
Passaic Valley keeps testing this defense by running the ball. They should know that Wayne Hills defense is very good at run stopping with those beefed up defensive fronts.
Watch the ball!
Only a gain of 1 yard.
Now 3rd and 5. Passaic Valley on their 42-yard line. Still yet to break into Wayne Hills territory for this entire game. Looking to do so on this drive. Nick Vasta looking to pass. And nearly gets it off to Javante Wondolowski. But it's wide left and incomplete.
So close, just a low throw. Hits the ground, no completion. And the punting is coming out for Passaic Valley.
Got Dean Imperato in the back, ready to take the kick. A nice high kick right into the hands of Imperato. Takes a tumble there, but still gets back up, breaks 2 tackles, and nearly a 3rd.
If he would have broke that tackle, he probably would have ran it into the end zone.
And nearly able to break through a 3rd tackle. Would have made it to maybe about the 50, had no one left on the left side.
Now once again, this offense comes out. They have to show something here. Last 2 drives, I don't think they even got a first down.
Bertovsky back in. Takes his first run of this drive and is ripped down. It's number 57, Michael Formentine.
You saw that.
Bertovsky ready in the backfield, but Casasanta takes it for himself. Spins around 1 tackle, gets through another, but is finally taken down by number 2, Wasim Quatov.
And
And a flag down on the field brings Hills right back to where they started.
Yeah, they got to clean up the penalties. Even though it didn't affect them last week, it's affecting them now. 2 plays where they almost got the first down but called back by penalties.
Yeah, seeing shades of last season, just making so many crucial big plays, gains of 40, 50 plus yards, and getting them called back by one silly penalty. Just can't be made. Everybody makes mistakes every once in a while. But when it's those big crucial plays, you just can't be letting that happen. Bergetti now coming back in. Grosjean out. Back to another 4-receiver setup for Hills. Motion from Butovsky. And whistles blow the play dead.
It's much harder to see what the refs are seeing, at an away game. Home game, we have more technology to help us see what they're seeing. So it's not sure what the flag is. Possibly a false start. From the start of this drive, a first down and now back second. Now it's 2nd and 11, backed up. It's like he was confused on what play to call, and they got it together. Maston running to the left.
Hand off to Butovsky. And still pushing through with the help of Dan Daly. Gain of about a few yards. Still down, finally gets up though. Dan Daly recently converted to tight end about 2-3 games into the season. Now that the season's met its halfway point, he's been putting up some pretty good stats out there.
And starting 5.
Trying to get Passaic Valley to jump again. And no signs of confusion here. Very aware and heads-up team for Passaic Valley. Looking to pass out to Brunetti, and Brunetti makes the catch.
Good sidearm by Mike Hadasana, and great catch by Brunetti. Picks up the yardage and gets a first down.
Very perfect darting pass out to Brunetti, and getting Wayne Hills off first down. Bringing it to about the 50-yard line. Actually, right on the 50-yard line.
Clock board's under a minute, so maybe this could be the last play of the first quarter.
Taking the handoff run for Butovsky. And makes it maybe 1 yard. Might have broken into Passaic Valley territory. Clock winding down to its 40 seconds. And now Brunetti coming out. Jay Grosjean coming in to play fullback. Maston on the left. Ponsalillo on the right. Dan Daly at tight end. Pitches it off to Butovsky. Spins out of one tackle, but is immediately taken down by Vincent Coletti. And the clock hits 0. That's the end of the first quarter. Hills up so far 3-0.
Just defense giving their offense chances to score, but the offense is not capitalized. Except for that last play with the interception, hoping to get a field goal. And especially, when you're that close to the end zone, you're expecting a touchdown. But just a few missed passes on Mike Hadasana and a few penalties just ended those drives. Had to set up with a field goal.
Both defenses in this game so far showing so many strong plays, so much force with these defensive lines and the secondary as well. Even though we haven't seen as much from them because these defensive lines have been doing so much stopping from these teams, they've been putting up some pretty great stats for this game, showing just how much strength they really do have in their players.
Cheerleaders just dancing to the rhythm of the band. Like I said, good show out today. The band is rowdy. The fans are into it. So we know Wayne Hills has a cheering section.
Cassens taking the snap, looking to throw, nearly taken down by Coletti. Still trying to run, and is still going. Able to make it out for a gain. Now flags on the field.
And it's a flag on Passaic Valley. I think it was holding.
You can see Passaic Valley fans from across the other side of the field clearly upset at the call.
And now a flag on their favor. The Wayne Hills will move up at the 30.
Very masked. Ponsalolo and Maston out wide. Bertovsky taking a run for a gain of about 5. Anson and Brunetti switching sides. Handoff to Bertovsky, who's immediately taken down.
By Christopher Jones. Big hit. Now 3rd and 6 for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Fakes the handoff, and the pass to Pontalillo just barely incomplete. We've seen a good few times Casasanta with a substantial amount of time on his hands to get a pass off, but still rushing it, throwing a fast ball, and throwing it way too fast time-wise and speed-wise, and just low passes, not being able to stick in the hands of the receivers. Fakes the handoff to Bertovsky. And there's another flag down.
Flags just costing Wayne Hills. False start on the offense. No, on the defense. No, I'm not sure. The refs are too far.
I mean, they pointed towards the defensive side, but apparently it was a penalty on Wayne Hills.
Back to Mike Casasana with that throw. They really got to capitalize on what he's good at, throwing short passes over the middle. And those 2 drives, he's done that.
Trying to get Passaic Valley to jump again. It has yet to work so far this game. Bertovsky takes the handoff. Tries to break through, and he does, but he's reeled down. That's number 5, Matt Ciarlo. A big hit there. Hurt some helmet contact as well. That couldn't have felt good.
Gains 3 yards, now 2nd and 7.
Casasanta takes the run for himself. Breaks through, and it's a touchdown. Wayne Hills putting up 6 points onto the board, making the score 9-0. Now Jordan Thiel to kick for the extra point.
Casasanta showing that he's a dual threat quarterback. As we've seen in these last couple of games, he likes to run the ball a lot, especially in the last week when he picked up the ball from a fumble and ran it in for a touchdown.
He is the leading rusher for this Wayne Hills team. Right behind Bertovsky with the incredible game he had last time. And Abita with 2 games off in third. Kick is up, and it sails right through. 10-0 Wayne Hills.
Almost blocked there, but got it in just in time. And pulls Wayne Hills up 10-0.
About 9 minutes 30 left in this second quarter. Hills back to take the field. Thiel ready to kick off. Coletti and Brandon Timothy in the backfield ready to receive the kick. Another low kick from Thiel. Bounces a couple times. Coletti takes it. Breaks through. And he's still going, and he's finally taken down by Dan Gerard. Makes it to about the 40 on that play. Now we saw is one of the longer punt returns or kick returns that Hills has led up so far throughout this season. That might be second or third longest. Like we said, besides that test of play, we haven't seen too many. Basta takes the pass to Timothy, who's ripped right down by Osbeck and Dan Gerard.
Good job at pushing him back. Almost juked out one of the players, but they got to him and pushed him right back.
Basta in the backfield with Timothy. Basta looking to make a pass. And it's complete. But he's taken right down after the pass by Christian Ponzolillo. That's Javante Wendolowski with the catch. Third down and 4 for Passaic Valley. Like to get into Wayne Hills territory. As they break the huddle. And back to place. 3 receivers out on the left, 1 out on the right. Basta looking to pass. Takes a pass out, and he's still going, breaks into Wayne Hills territory and makes it to about the Wayne Hills 45. That's number 28, Giovanni Giavato.
Getting pressure from the side by the linebacker, but then seeing an open man for the screen. Gets the first down, moves the chains.
Taking a screen option there instead of a wide one there. As now Giavato comes off. You see Angel Rodriguez coming in wide. And Wayne Hills jumped again. Just pushing farther and farther into Wayne Hills territory with some silly penalties. Elspeth comes off. Jack Woodard coming back into play. I haven't seen too much from him so far this game. Handoff to Timothy. And it's taken down. Gain of maybe 4. And they're taking the chains out, looking to get a measurement there. And it looks just shy of the first down.
Just by a few inches. It's called second and inches.
Second and inches now. Passaic Valley, just under 7 minutes left on the clock before halftime. Looking to capitalize here right now. Asta hands it off to Timothy, who's ripped down by at least half the Patriots' defense. Everybody got in there to tackle him. Gerard, Abita, Grosjean, Brunetti, Lucarello. That's 5.
I mean, this defense is really good at targeting whoever has the ball.
They just see him, find him, and go to lockdown mode and rip him down. Fast trying to take it for himself. And they get the first down.
Wow. Well, you're consistent.
Refs are still discussing.
Or did they? Now bringing up the chains again.
You already gave it to him.
And
Wow. Great spot. Wow.
And that ball they call as a first down.
parents are just booing at the refs. But you always can't, maybe because of a lot of penalties on Wayne Hills that were called in a few of these games, but you can't always get mad at the refs. They're just doing their job. Sometimes the offense that has to, adjust to their mistakes.
And like we say, they see better down there than we do up here. Motion, pitch to Timothy, who's ripped immediately right down. That's Joe Brunetti on the tackle. Vasta for the pass. It's complete, and he's taken down right after he catches it. That's Dominic Miola.
The refs called it, I think, a first down. This band playing very loud. I can't even hear myself talk.
That's their job. Their job is to get this crowd hyped and be as loud as they can. About 5 minutes left on the clock. Wayne Hill's still huddled up after their timeout as they finally break the huddle.
Charge timeout by Wayne Hills, trying to get their guys together and stop this Passaic Valley from starting to get into their end zone and scoring.
And Passaic Valley finally breaks theirs. Brandon Timothy out wide now. Vincent Coletti in the backfield. And Bass takes the run for himself. Takes a dive. For a gain of a few yards.
2nd and 6.
The receiver's out wide. Vasta still running it for himself. And he's ripped down again by, I'd say, more than half of the Wayne Hills defense. Saw maybe 3-4 players left out wide that stayed there.
Maybe trying to trick the Wayne Hills offense by showing 4 wide receivers. The quarterback just running in for himself. Getting a gain of 3 yards.
Got Angel Rodriguez out there. Brandon Timothy, the running back, out wide. Martin Alex, the defensive back, out wide. And I cut it down from 4 to 3. And Vasta still takes the run and is ripped down by Jack Woodard.
And it's first down. Passaic Valley offense this is the biggest drive of the game so far, as the defense were stopping them at every turn the last couple of drives. But this drive, they've come together and found a bit of a rhythm.
Now back to 4 receivers. I believe it was a false start. A false start from Passaic Valley pushes them back. Three out on the right now, 1 on the left. Wendelowski on the left. Snap taken. Vasta finally takes the pass. It's out to Angel Rodriguez, and he makes the catch. Now 2nd down and goal. Snap is dropped, and he's nearly sacked by Grosjean. He gets back up and takes the run for himself. Ends up being taken down by Gabe Kuhn.
Oh, so close. To giving
So
his
incredibly
offense,
close
his
there.
defense leverage.
Man, the snap was botched, rolled across the ground, picked it up. Grosjean got there. He just ducked down and was able to get out of it. Incredible agility there from Vasta. And timeout for Passaic Valley.
It's 3rd and 9. So probably going to go for a passing play. If not, they might have to settle for a field goal. Or they can go for a 4th down. You know, Hills get the ball back. They'll be backed up in their end zone.
I feel like they should go for it. They most likely will. Because, again, like last time when Hills went for it, Passaic Valley was left on their own 5. Was able to get out of there, but wasn't able to make much progress. Passaic Valley may be looking to use that same strategy, keep them back there, and hope that they don't make much progress. Hills comes back to the field. Anthony Gale Dangerard coming off. Taking a corner instead of a linebacker. Do the multiple receivers. 3 out on the left, 1 on the right. Coletti at tight end. Looking to pass. And the pass is blocked by Christian Pontalillo. Able to run out from right in front of him. He was wide open. Christian Pontalillo made the turn. And from out of nowhere is able to block that ball.
Good job of hunting the ball and looking at the eyes of the quarterback and just making a big play there. And we're just under a minute, getting close to ending the first half.
The whistles are blown and another timeout is called by Passaic Valley. Passaic Valley hopefully looking to talk out their strategy for this coming drive, looking to get into the end zone. Hills bringing in many more secondary players than we don't usually see. Some guys 4th, 5th in line. Because they usually don't face this many receivers. Haven't faced too many heavy passing teams. And now they go for the field goal instead. And the field goal is up. And it is good. It was kicked by Giovanni Giavato. Now 10-3, 53 seconds left on the clock.
Offense still has a chance to score. You know, if they get a big play and get as many yards as they can probably try for a field goal.
Hill's definitely looking to capitalize as once the second half does start, they will get the ball back. As Theo kicked it off in the first half.
Now, if they get a big return here, maybe try to get to the 40. Still got lots of time to work with.
Maston out back to receive the kick. Followed with a squib kick. Ends up in the hands of Chris Bertovsky. And he's taken down by number 3, Javante Wendelowski. Bertovsky staying in now at running back. We've yet to see Abita after that play in the first drive of the game. Casasanta looking on the run, makes the pass. As complete to Brunetti. He's pushed out of bounds. 41 seconds left on the clock.
Good job of getting out of bounds, because then it stops the clock. Gives you more time to work with. You don't have to rush to the line and snap the ball, or use another timeout.
Hills with 4 receivers now. Casasanta looking to pass. Short pass to Bertovsky, who bobbles it and is able to make the catch. Just barely breaks the first down. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock, 33 seconds. A circus catch there, but corrals it in.
Casasanta threw a little bit short, but able to get it and gain a first down with an incredible play. We've seen so many incredible plays by this Wayne Hills offense, especially from Christian Pantalillo. One against Valley and one against Fairlawn.
On the run again is Casasanta looking to pass to Brunetti, who makes the catch, drags the toes inbounds, and they say no. They say he was out of bounds when he made the catch.
I mean, that's good. You know,
Or they do.
You stop the time. Gives you 20 seconds left without even having to use a timeout or snapping the ball.
Casasanta now again looking to pass, stumbles but gets out of it, being chased and throws it out of bounds to stop the clock. 19 seconds left.
Smart play by Mike Casasanta. Not trying to lose yardage from a sack, so he throws out of bounds.
Being chased by Alvaro Navarro. Puntalillo on the left, Matson. And Parado and Brunetti on the right. On the run, looks to Maston, who cuts to the left. It's an incomplete pass. 13 seconds left, and it's third down for Wayne Hills.
And that could have been a pick there. He has to be more careful. I know he wants to score, but, you're up 7. You don't want to get an interception. But so far, he's been pretty well. He's been doing pretty good, keeping the ball safe. No interceptions thrown from him this game so far.
But apparently a penalty. I didn't see any flags. A holding penalty. I didn't see any flags, and I didn't see any ref signaling, but Hills is now back at the 45. Casasanta looking for a big pass there to Brunetti. Brunetti breaks through. Being pulled by the jersey, but breaks through. Nine seconds on the clock. Wayne Hills back to where they were on that last play there.
They can just get it to the 10 and call a timeout. They'll be in good position for a field goal.
Wayne Hills calling a timeout.
So I'm expecting a short pass or a run, probably to the outside, to get out of bounds for them to have to use a timeout. Probably get another play in there.
Short pass. Don't need to get into the end zone yet. We still got a little bit of time left. 9 seconds. Take about 5 seconds for this play. Then maybe take it into the end zone. And if you don't, go for the field goal. At least we'll be getting points on the board somehow if all goes successfully. And still Hills has one more timeout left, I believe.
Actually, no, I think they have
They have 2 timeouts left. Thought they had taken a timeout in the first quarter. But not so. It's their first timeout.
Passaic Valley still discussing what they're going to do. Because, they don't want Hills to score and be up 10 before the half.
Imparato, Brunetti, Matson on the left. Ponzolillo on the right. Bertovsky in the backfield. Might run for a short pass as well. A screen option. Trying to get Passaic Valley to jump. That's some extra yards to make this pass a bit easier. Snap taken. Short pass off to Maston. And trying to run out. Not even trying to look for yards. Just running out. 3 seconds left on the clock. Now will they bring on the field goal team?
I mean, look, with only 3 seconds left, you can't really go for a touchdown. I mean, you could, but it would be a safer option just to go for the field goal.
And they do go with that safer option as Jordan Thiel comes onto the field for his 3rd field goal attempt. 3rd attempt of the season, 2nd attempt of the game. Looking to get Hills up 10 going into the locker room.
I do believe this is the longest field goal try.
And that kick is up. And it is good. A great kick there from Thiel. And that is the end of the second quarter. We will be going to halftime with Hills up 13-3.
Very impressed by this team. Defense played well, 2 turnovers for the day. And this last-minute drive is good, showing that Hills can come up with schemes to, get points up on the board. And they did it. They did a great job, played very well, made smart decisions, and got points up and able to be up 10 for the half.
Yeah, perfect execution there. Matson not even looking for a gain of yardage, just running directly sideways to get out to the sidelines, get out of bounds, stop the clock with time still left on it, leave Jordan Thiel for his longest field goal attempt of the season. Might be maybe the 2nd longest or 3rd longest of his career. Had a very long attempt last year in the Fairlawn game and nailed it right through.
Yeah, I mean this year, pretty sure is the longest, but he's done longer from farther distances.
So Wayne Hill so far, an incredible defensive show, pretty good on offense. Both teams, an incredible defensive performance, leading to the limited points, 13-3. Hills gotten used to this defense, able to break through, get some more points on the board. What did you say we could do to get even more points on the board for this Wayne Hills offense?
I mean, that last drive that we just saw, just do that again. Maybe, if there was more time, they probably could have got a touchdown, but, the time winding down, you have to go with the safer options. So, have Santa, read what's on the field, look for wide open wide receivers, and if you can, use his legs to get a first down, which he did in that play, and also capitalize on his short throwing ability, which he's really good at, and also this run game is pretty well. And just keep doing that, and for sure you get points up on the board.
Now, keeping it short and sweet is what this Hills team really loves to do, and they're really good at it too. Those nice short passes, so receivers running out. Now they won't be running out. They'll be definitely looking to gain more yards, which will hopefully lead for some more Wayne Hills touchdowns. We've seen a lot passing touchdowns so far this season. Got a great one from Cass to Matson last game. Had some passing touchdowns against Fairlawn from Maston as well. Had one from Brunetti as well in the Fairlawn game. It was a pretty long pass as well for Brunetti's touchdown. But these short passes are what is key. Like 10-yard, 15-yard passes keep getting us yards. Can't be stopped on them, at least so far. Evidently, they haven't been too great on the secondary, though, as well, with stopping those passes. Have yet to have a blocked pass, with Pontalillo having blocked a Passaic Valley pass there. Nearly got into the end zone, but he came out and blocked a great pass. This defensive secondary for Wayne Hills also putting on an incredible performance so far.
I agree. I see improvement. You know, we usually talk about the defensive front and the DNs, the DTs, and the linebacker crew. But, you know, this backfield has shown a lot, too, the secondary. Good job. You know, getting an interception. You know, we didn't see that much. We saw against Fairlawn and West Milford, but also those were just called back by penalties. Which is good job getting an interception and being able to get this offense to score points on the board. It's a greater all-around effort, special teams, defense, offense, and this crowd here for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yeah, great turnout from this crowd, especially for an away game. Not a really far game like the old Tapan game. More of the student section showed up for that game, but a huge parent turnout for this game. Incredible. We don't see too many of them at the away games, but definitely pulled through and came out to see such an incredible Wayne Hills team play. Up 13-3 going into the second half. We will be right back. And we are back. Second half nearly underway. Hills up 13-3. Pretty good showing from both teams so far. Hills able to get in a last-minute drive to score a field goal. Got a touchdown before. Field goal to start the game. Took Hills up 3-0. And took a touchdown 10-0. Fell down a bit short. Then Passaic Valley score a field goal. But Hills able to respond with just that. What do you have to say about this game so far? Performance of both these teams, Isaiah.
Good job by Hills, especially on the defensive side with 2 turnovers and getting last minute drive to score a field goal. And for the Passaic Valley team, they've been trying very hard to try to compete with this Wayne Hills team. But I think this is a little too much for them. And with that last minute drive, Hills gets the ball back, so they're in a good position to get them to lead by many more points.
And Passaic Valley was crushed by town rival Wayne Valley in the first game of the season, or in the second game of the season. And they know that Hills beat Valley in the first game of the season. Looking forward to a bit of domination in this game, but kept it to a minimal score of 13-3 as Chris Potofsky again takes the kick as it bounces into his hands, and he has taken town and dogpiled from Hills and PV players alike.
Another short kick gives Hills good yardage.
Sitting on the 41-yard line. Some great field position to start the second half. Casasanta taking the snap, hands it off to Bertovsky, who gets to about the 47, 48-yard line.
Good run pounding into the defensive line of Passaic Valley, able to get, I believe, a gain of 7. No, 7-5.
Casasanta again looking for the pitch, but takes it himself. Nice stiff arm. Gets him to the 50-yard line, but then he's taken down out of bounds by Javante Wendolowski and Matt Ciarlo.
Still seems telling Mike to take it easy as he was hit pretty hard there. and was pretty angry at that hit.
And got to keep him healthy. Can't be letting him get hurt, especially at this crucial time in the season. Playoffs are near. Hands it off to Bertovsky. Bertovsky not able to break past the 50 and is taken down by Wendelowski and Vincent Coletti. And now Hills brings out the punt team. Ryan D'Argenio coming in for the first time in a few games to send this one away. Brandon Timothy back to receive the punt. Punt is way high. Really good coverage and immediately taken down. Dan Gerard and Nick Lucarello and Anthony Gale all there on the tackle.
It's a good punt by Ryan, and then giving no space for Passaic Valley to move and just tackling him at the 20-yard line, 30-yard line.
And Gale, we've been seeing him a bit more on defense, but on special teams, just been on top of it on the defensive side of special teams. Running through is Coletti, and he's finally taken down. Coletti been getting some more runs opposed to Brandon Timothy. He's playing out wide in Passaic Valley's last drive before they gave it away to Hills. Coletti out on the left now. Pass to the left. That's to Brandon Timothy out wide. Still going. Makes it past the 50 and he stepped out of bounds. Unfortunate. He had a wide open run, but he steps out of bounds.
Some nice short pass there. Able to stay in bounds for most of the play, but then stepped out. And they moved the chains.
Seems the short passes have been going pretty flawlessly for both teams. A pretty good yard gain after the pass. Coletti takes the handoff and is taken down. That's number 20, Dan the Man Daly on the tackle. Second down and 9 for Passaic Valley. Pass out and he's taken down by Dan the Man Daly. Giovanni takes the pass.
Just another screen pass by Passaic Valley. You know, this Wayne Hills team likes to do that as well. You know, capitalizing Mike Hadasano's throwing ability to throw short passes.
Get a stop.
On this offensive side, we need to see more of Mike Casasanta sticking to what he does best.
I mean, that last drive before the half, you know, he showed us a bit of what he can do and able to score points on the board and, you know, give this Wayne Hills team a lead by 7.
That's us seeing Mike Casasanta at his prime right now. If he can keep going with that, Hill should be sure to come out with a win. Big pass from Vasta. Way back there, and it's just over his head.
Oh, that would have been a big break for Passaic Valley. Would have been close, so much, only 10 yards away from the end zone. But now have to bring out the punt team. And if you're wide receiver, you gotta make those plays. Those are really big game changers, and he just couldn't handle the pass and dropped it right through his hands.
And Alex Martin, 6'1", got a good jump there as well, but it just slipped right through his hands after he jumped. Now Imparato in the back. Javato sets the punt nice and high, but not too far. And that takes a good bounce. Still going back a little. And with that bounce, assisted punt, Hills is out on their own 25-yard line.
I mean, with a punt like that goes so high and it's very short, you're not really sure where the ball is. And then the sun looking your direction, you have to, move out the way. Because one of these games, against, I'm not sure, I don't remember what, I think it was against Fairlawn. It hit, actually no, it was Valley. It hit one of Wayne Hill's players in the top of the helmet and cost him.
And Joe Brunetti saw it, and when he turned around, he wasn't looking. It hit him in the head. Mike Casasanta with a big run now. And it's pushed out of bounds by Brandon Timothy. A great run there. Back to doing some more running. That's why we should see some more from Mike Casasanta as well. His great run game. And it appears there's a flag down. And Hills is pushed back.
Once again, just penalties, bringing them back. They always have good running plays, and then it's just pushed back by these penalties. They really got to clean this up. And it's a 10-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 20.
Casasanta looking to pass to to Brunetti, who is taken down.
Just came back. Mike Casasanta saw him open, threw the ball, and got a good amount of yards.
Wendolowski and Bargiel on the tackle. Pertovsky on the move. Mike Casasanta takes the ball for himself, tries to spin out, but runs into Nick Lucarello on the way, and can't make too much more forward progress. Third down and 9 for the Patriots.
Steven Maston is brought out. Probably going to be a passing play, as they have their 2 main wide receivers out on the field.
And Ponzolillo on the left. Maston on the right, with Imparato as well. Short little pass, nearly intercepted by Luke Da Silva. Don't know what Casasanta was thinking there. There was no one even by him, and he just flung it.
Yeah, I was about to say that's sometimes Mike does makes those kind of mistakes, and we've seen it often in many games, and that's just, he's lucky that was not an interception, because if they would have got it, there was no one in the backfield, so it would have been a touchdown if he got past Mike Casasanta.
We've seen a few kicker tackles. Have yet to see a quarterback tackle from Casasanta. Well, I assume he's fast enough. He might have been able to get to him, but still. Lucky it was not an interception. D'Argenio sends the punt up. Another bounce-assisted punt. Anthony Yell making sure he stays away from the ball as he downs it at the 44-yard line. Casasanta looking a little antsy right now. Maybe a little bit of nerves. Didn't have that in the beginning of the game like we are usually sometimes seeing from this Wayne Hills team. Faster with the pass to Timothy, who's ripped down by Dan Gerard.
I mean, the eager to score, gets into your head sometimes, and you just make some costly mistakes. So, it's understandable, but still, he has to do better.
Led to a few picks against Old Japan. But again, they were an incredible team, and they ended up crushing Wayne Hills. But we're winning 13-3. Shouldn't be getting too jumpy. And potentially giving up a pick. Even a pick six, maybe, almost. Vasta looking to pass. And there's Angel. And it's taken out of his hands by Pontalillo. Looking for a foul. Angel Rodriguez.
And no flag called there. I mean, it was close, but I think it was fair game. He didn't really move his arm. It looked like he kind of wrapped around his arm, but it really didn't. It was around his waist. So just good job.
He kind of got around the back of him. Maybe he could have been looking for the foul from that, but didn't look perfect, but still a great block from Christian Pontalillo. We've seen him block a good few this game. Him and Brunetti, key pass blockers on this defense. Rodriguez moving to the right side. Vasta takes the run for himself as he saw a wide open hole and breaks into Wayne Hills Patriot territory.
I mean, they kind of run the same system, A few running plays, and the quarterback, well, I think Passaic Valley likes to pass a bit more, but, you see their quarterback also running out of the pocket, just like Mike likes to do. So a few similarities to these offenses.
I feel like Vasta's approach to running is a bit different. He sees maybe one or two wide open receivers, but then he sees that hole right in front of him, like he did just now, and he breaks right through. He sees the hole right in front of him, and he sees there's no one there, opposed to wide open receivers who may potentially drop the ball. He'll be able to run through that hole and get Passaic Valley yards no matter what. Mike Casasanta, on the other hand, sometimes just takes the run plays for himself as he's given the ball from under center. He treats it as if he was a running back, or playing like Morris Knowles did in that wing T formation, with the quarterback also doubling as the running back and running backs doubling as QBs. Another run from Vasta, kind of taking it like that wing T from under center this time. Third down now for the Hornets.
Very close to a first down, so we might just see another QB run straight up the middle as it's 3rd and 1. And it's been working for them so far, so why not do it again?
Clutty, though, is in the backfield, and timeout is called. Passaic Valley calls the timeout. Passaic Valley, at least on that play, looked like they had Coletti in the backfield, but they also had 4 receivers out wide, 3 on the right, 1 on the left. They had Rodriguez and Alex Martin out on the left.
I think once again, just trying to confuse this Wayne Hills offense, making them think that they're going for a passing play for the linebackers to spread out more, and they wouldn't have that many people rushing at the quarterback, which is kind of smart. Since it's 3rd and 1, and they've been rushing with the quarterback up the middle, and it's been working for them. So they're trying to probably going to try that again.
As Wayne Hills comes back onto the field. Motion in the back. Might just be another distraction. No, it is a handoff. And Brennan Timothy might have broken through. He break the first down marker. He did.
Now we saw this kind of drive from Passaic Valley in the first half, but that ended with a field goal. This time they're looking for a touchdown to break the lead of a 10-point lead from Wayne Hills.
On the 25-yard line now. One receiver out. Two men in the backfield. Hand off to Brandon Timothy. Timothy moves to the side and is able to break through. That's a good run, but it's taken down by Joe Brunetti.
And now it's Passaic Valley offense testing this Wayne Hills defense by running the ball. We've seen 5 straight run plays from either their quarterback or a running back, and it's worked effectively.
And alternating between being pass dominant and run dominant throughout the course of this game. 6-2. 1 at one point, usually doesn't vary. Pitched off to Brandon Timothy, who was immediately taken down. The way he was taken down, his leg bent behind him, and he is still down.
We just hate to see those kind of situations where a player is down. Has to get looked at. But just good job by this Wayne Hills defense. Knowing what they were going to do and rush and getting to the running back.
A great tackle there, just not great in the way it ended up. Trainers out on the field. Still attending to the injured Timothy.
You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to see this. We've seen something like this happen at the Fairlawn game where one of the running backs was hit and taken down. Had to get checked on.
Saw even before Jack Woodard take a pretty bad hit. Same thing happened, a leg injury around his knee. He was able to come back in and maybe sat out for about half the quarter.
And the crowd is silent, showing respect to a fallen player. Looks to be bad. He's been being checked out for a few minutes now. If he's injured, that can be a very costly injury to Passaic Valley.
And he gets up, barely walking. It doesn't look too good.
Like I said before, Jack Woodard had the same situation, having to be carried out, but he came back, as you said. Hopefully, you get to see this for him. And it's 3rd and 4th. Crucial stop for this Wayne Hills defense.
Coletti now back again in the backfield. And the fake handoff, looking to pass. And the pass is caught by tight end Julian Ellen.
And that cheers up a couple of fans, after that injury. Getting a first down, being able to continue and try and score for one of your teammates that just was, taken out of the game.
Handoff to Coletti. who's not able to break through, just runs into the Wayne Hills defensive wall. You know, Edis Velu coming onto the field. For Wayne Hills. Motion from PV. Pitch to Coletti. Coletti still out wide and is taken down by Dean and Parado. Noah Abita now back in as well for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, he was a big playmaker for last week against West Milford. So why not? Pairing with Daniel Girard, who also had a nice game last week. You know, to stop. Oh. It's the end of the third.
Pretty good performance from both of these teams so far in this third quarter. As now we come to the final quarter, and it all comes down to this, the final 12 minutes of this game.
This game could get a bit more interesting as Passaic Valley is threatening Wayne Hills defense at their own end zone. So we could see only possibly a three-point lead for Wayne Hills. So we're going to get a bit creative. Now this band back in tune, cheering up the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Passaic Valley now taking the field once again. Ellen sitting at fullback now with Coletti in the backfield. On the snap, Basta looking to pass, and it's just over the head of Giovanni Giovato. But a big hit there as he jumped for the pass.
Yeah, he had to take a bit of a stretch there. Try to catch that pass. Is overthrown. Too high.
Velu coming off. John Crumbine coming on now. As they go for the field goal attempt. Giovato for the kick. Alex Martin on the hold. Kick is up. It is straight through. Cutting this Wayne Hills lead down to 7.
Yeah, only down a touchdown. So this Wayne Hills is being threatened now by Passaic Valley, and as they try to tie up the game with under in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes remaining. No, 11 minutes remaining, 50 seconds. This Wayne Hills offense has to put up that drive that they had before the half, to try to compete with the Passaic Valley offense. You don't want to take a chance. You want to get points up on the board for defense doesn't have to be relied upon as much. And, there's not enough pressure for the defense.
Javato takes the kick, squib kick. Bertovsky gets it again and is still running and makes it to about the 45-yard line. Hill's in great field position yet again right after a kick. You see Nico Guerra coming in to play on this offensive line. Great block there from Jake Grosjean as Mike Casasanta takes the run, but is finally ripped down as he could not break through. Looks like Chris Bertovsky now is limping, but again, walking it off as he was like last time in the West Milford game.
Second and 11, they're pushed back a yard. Let's see what this offense is going to do in this play.
And Bertovsky with the run, just barely able to break through, but he gets there, and he gets into Passaic Valley territory. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Now the Reds moving to the 50, but still a good run effort to get half of the yard that you need. That is now 3rd and 5. So again, his band playing very loudly. Unable to hear myself talk.
Hill's nearly making Passaic Valley jump. They got close, but they did not. And Vincent Coletti rips down Chris Bertovsky.
Now there's Wayne Hills Patriots. The Wayne Hills Patriots will punt again for the second time, giving Passaic Valley the ball back and giving them the ability to score.
Is it just me or is that Dan Daly in the backfield looking to punt this ball? It is.
I'm a onesie wearing a girl.
Dan Daly with the punt. That one soars high, but way out of bounds.
At about the 40.
To see where Ryan D'Argenio is. Usual punter for this Wayne Hills team.
And now that gives Passaic Valley a good field position. So he just kicks it out of bounds. And now his defense has to show up today as well, right now.
Vasa running it for himself. Doesn't make too much progress. Gain of maybe 5. Vasa looking to pass as the play is blown dead and flags come flying onto the field.
And
a false start by Passaic Valley pushes them back. 5 yards. It is now 2nd and 10. Taking a snap now, nearly bobbled, but gets off the pass. And he's just being pushed forward. He's still going, still standing. And they blow the play dead.
And
Never
this-
even got to take him down.
And this half, the Wayne Hills defense not able to bring on pressure as the Passaic Valley's quarterback is just comfortable in the pocket. Able to look at all his reads and make smart decisions and get it to his wide receivers.
Vasta on his A game right now on this drive. Takes the run for himself, breaks through a hole, and stumbles. And is down by Dean Imperato.
I mean, he's been doing this most of the game, so Hills has to adjust and maybe keep a linebacker to spy on him for a bit.
I got 4 of them in now. Gabe Kuhn, Ryan Shorling, Jake Grosjean, and Jack Woodard. Vasta looking to pass, gives it to Coletti. Nice little short pass outside. He gets out to about the 35-yard line.
It is now under 7 minutes left in the game. Passaic Valley taking their time to waste clock and to not give Hills a chance to score. If Passaic Valley can get a touchdown.
Vasta runs it up there for himself. Might have got there. Yes, he did. First down for Passaic Valley.
But in order to have this game plan of running the clock, you have to score a touchdown. Because if you score a field goal, then Hills gets a short amount of time to work with. And with Passaic Valley only having 2 timeouts, Hills can end this game.
And he can't find a place to go. Taken down by Nick Lucarello, and I believe he's still down. He's pulled up by his teammates.
Good job by Nick Lucarello seeing the cut and then getting to the running back and taking him down for a big play.
And Vincent Coletti trying to find somewhere to run, but just had nowhere to go. Couldn't break through the hole he saw first. Tried going out to the side. Nowhere to go there except Nick Lucarello. Vasta looking to pass now, being rushed by Dan Daly. He gets away. No, he does not. He is taken down. Quarterback sack from Dan Daly and Jack Woodard.
Good job by this defense to adjust, knowing that Passaic Valley is going to run the ball with their quarterback and getting to the quarterback and having another big play for the Wayne Hills team, giving the offense a chance to run out the clock for them.
He's got the nickname Dan the Man for a reason. He's always there, pulling up, getting those great quarterback sacks, and pulling off incredible tackles, and breaking through offensive lines like it's nothing.
And now this Wayne Hills crowd is fired up.
Vasta again looking to pass, being chased by Daly. Was a late hit, and a flag is thrown. Flag is thrown for a late hit, I believe. Dan Daly ran into him, stopped himself, but his shoulder still hit him. I think Vasta sold the call pretty well. I wouldn't say it was a flop, but he did a great job selling it. It might have over-exaggerated just a little bit, but I saw the ref was looking right at it and immediately just didn't like it.
Oh, that was a game ender right there. Being able to stop them from making a big play, rushing the quarterback, stopping the screen, but in a costly penalty moves the ball upwards in Passaic Valley's favor.
Now Passaic Valley, with the assistance of that penalty in Wayne Hills territory, definitely something we don't want to see, especially with the final quarter winding down, 4.5 minutes. And still even more forward goes this Passaic Valley team.
And coming from a crucial play on defense to a bad penalty call by this defense. You know, that penalty turned an upside to a downside for this Wayne Hills Patriots.
Let's go, D!
Now on the 29-yard line, this crowd fired up, and so is this defense. Four linebackers in. Motion from Passaic Valley. Pitched off to Coletti. Coletti on the left side, making the run, and is pushed out of bounds before the first down by Joe Brunetti.
This crowd fired up, trying to give the Patriots some motivation. You know, if they lose this game, they have a tough matchup against Ramapo next week. So this game is crucial.
Coletti with another run, gets past Gale, and was finally taken down. PV now in the red zone. Dan Gerard now coming in. Ant Gale coming off. Edis Velu also coming in.
Let's go, D!
Given to Coletti. Coletti can't break through. It's a dog pile. Both of these teams just stuck. Defensive line. Avelu, Woodard, Kuhn and Luca Rello, Abita and Gerard at linebacker, Brunetti and Maston in the secondary. Looks to pass. I believe the pass was complete. It was a bit blocked there.
Indeed it is.
And it looks to be an incomplete pass. It was a low pass. So it hit the receiver's hands, but didn't know if it stayed in there or not. Apparently it did not. Incomplete pass. It is now 3rd down and 2 for the Passaic Valley Hornets. Wayne Hills needs to stop them now. Give the ball to Coletti. Coletti breaks through one, but he can't break through another. Noah Abita takes him down before he gets to the goal line. He gotten past Kuhn and Woodard, but Abita was right there to stop him. And they are going to go for it on 4th down.
I mean, it makes sense. You know, Hills backed up in their end zone. And, you know, you only have under 2 minutes left. and you're down by 7, so you need a touchdown. And also, if Wayne Hills gets his ball back, their offense will be back in the end zone, so you can probably call a safety or a quick turnover. But
Bringing out the
this
chains
play is
again.
crucial for Passaic Valley, but now it's considered a first down.
Didn't look like it was at first, but they give him the call. It is a first down for Passaic Valley. 1:46 left on the clock. Motion from Ellen. Pitch to Coletti. Coletti cannot break through again. The fumble! And Wayne Hills recovers the ball!
Once again, this defense making another big play. Second fumble of the game. Just destroying Passaic Valley's spirit and giving life to Wayne Hills.
Coletti tried pulling off a juke move. Moved his hands out a bit too far and forced a fumble. And it was Noah Abita who forced the fumble and now takes the turnover championship belt from Brunetti last game with the great pick there. And now Abita with the fumble. 1:24, and even if there is a safety, won't count for much as Wayne Hills has a lead by a touchdown. Casasanta takes it, looking to run for himself. Tried to find an open man and couldn't. Takes his own ball, runs it for himself. That's himself some substantial yardage.
Trying to keep it safe, smart. Just run the ball, run the clock out, and now Passaic Valley has one timeout left. So this game could probably finish with only 1:30 seconds remaining.
Keeping themselves away from the end zone, out of safety territory. Just hold on to that ball with all your might. All your life is in your hands when you're carrying that ball. You cannot lose that ball like Passaic Valley just did and give it to them when they're this close to their own end zone, looking to tie up the game by getting the ball back like Hills just did and trying to score and send this game into overtime, or maybe even go for the 2-point conversion for the win. Potofsky in the back with a great run. Tackled by Matt Ciarlo.
It's a wide open hole and just sees it, runs through it, and gets the first down. Good job.
Clock down to the final minute.
Passaic Valley has not taken a timeout. The clock still is ticking down. Under a minute left. I don't know what they're... I guess they feel like the game is...
And the ball is kneeled on. It is safe to say it is over. And Wayne Hills just barely gets out of that one and takes themselves to 4-2 going into Ramapo next week.
And this game is over as the clock goes on is at 16 and they're going to hit 0.
And the teams gather onto the field. The final seconds wind down as the Patriots take this one 13-6. The clock finally hits 0. This game is now over. Patriots coming out with a big win going into Ramapo next week.
I mean, Luca, that last play was so crucial for this defense and this team. to keep their playoffs hopes alive as they face off Ramapo next week, one of their biggest rivalries. And also Ramapo is undefeated, so it's a bit of a challenge. So they needed this win, and good job by this defense capitalizing on a fumble and getting the ball back to the offense.
The Passaic Valley Hornets now 500 going into play against Indian Hills. Not a huge rivalry there. Passaic Valley took a win against them last season. I believe it was 27-12 against Indian Hills last year. And definitely look to take another win next week. But Wayne Hills, on the other hand, just a really great game. So many great players, so many great plays, some incredible drives from both teams. But Wayne Hills able to come on top with the help of Noah Abita's forced fumble for Vincent Coletti.
I agree, Luca. Just a good turnout. Last week was a bit of an offensive showout and a bit of defense this week. I see mostly defense with 3 turnovers, 1 interception by Christian Pontalillo, and 2 fumbles, 1 recorded by Nick Lucarello. Just good job by this defense, keeping it short, not letting up a touchdown, only allowing Passaic Valley to score 2 field goals, and only allowing 6 points on the board. Good job by this defense. As we've seen it constantly, every single game, they don't give up. They make the big plays and gives this Wayne Hills Patriots life.
This defense definitely assisting this offense, letting these opposing teams not get the points that they truly need to beat this Wayne Hills team. And I say it every game, what we saw today was a pure showcase of what we know as Wayne Hills football. Domination from all point. Such great talent in these kids. Definitely looking to have a bright future ahead of them. They've been so great, and it's just the high school level. We've seen such great performances out of them, and we look to see so many more as they play on next week against Ramapo, in 2 weeks against PCTI at home, and closing out the season at home against Indian Hills and looking for a potential playoff spot. And now that this game is over, fans are clearing out, and so will we. I am Luca Yanuzzi, joined alongside Isaiah Ahumada. Patriots taking the win 13-6. We will see you next week at Ramapo when the Wayne Hills Patriots take on longtime rival Ramapo.